Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm answering a Dear Ruth Theresa question. That's right, today I'm answering a Dear Ruth Theresa question, and I think it's a kind of an interesting one because I heard this question from a client of mine that's been my client for quite a long time and haven't heard or seen from him in probably like 5 or 6 years. And so I was kind of like, oh wow, he's calling and asking, for something. And so we talked for a few minutes and he said, Ruth, I just have to tell you, there are some things that you told me that were going to happen, many years ago when we were talking, and they haven't come true. And I was like, okay, so, kind of remind me about all this. This has been quite a while for me. And so we had chatted a little bit about it, and that he had a business, he sold a business, and he wanted to start another business. And so we talked about like, what would he like, and, what are kind of the same things that are he's interested in. And so we talked about this for quite a number of sessions, and I was like, okay, so I'm feeling your energy in this, and I kind of feel it in this new business, and, told him a timeline and that sort of thing and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay. And it was supposed to happen like 5 years ago. And he's like, Ruth, I'm still waiting for this to happen. And I'm like, okay, so since 5 years ago, since we talked, what have you done in this area? And he just kind of was like, huh? And I was I'm not understanding your question. And I said, well, what have you done? Have you looked into taking a business loan? Because his business was going to require a large sum of money to start. And he said, no. And I said, did you talk to a few investors? And he goes, well, yeah, but like 5 years ago. And I expected if they wanted to invest in my company, they would let me know. And I'm like, okay. Anything else that you've done? I've kind of done some like driving around, like 5 years ago, that kind of some places that I would like to, get some land to do the business on and that sort of thing. And I'm like, okay. Anything else that you've done? Well, no, not really. My wife and I went like 4 years ago or 4.5 years ago, and looked at some new property for a house that we were thinking that was the house that you were talking about that I would own once I open up this business. And I'm like, okay, anything else? Nope, that's it. And I said, so you didn't make one phone call, send out one email, talk to anybody else besides the original investors that you were talking to? Nope, that was it. Okay. And I was like, did you kind of expect it to just like fall in your lap? And he's like, oh yeah, when we were talking, I just could imagine it just like someone like literally knocking on my door and saying, here's your business. Wow, that's, some pretty strong stuff there. So I was like, you kind of didn't do anything with it. You didn't take any chances. You didn't take really a whole bunch of activity or kind of like make yourself known to the investors that you were ready to go. No. I was just like, Well, kind of one of my philosophies on this is, yes, a psychic can tell you the energy that you have right now for whatever you want to do is going to get you there. But when you get off the phone, it's putting that energy into action. Now, Creator takes care of a lot of things in his world, but it's one of those, you have to be in action as well. No one's going to just show up at your door and go, here's your, $5 million to start your business, and you don't have to do anything else. You just have to run it. Yeah, you have to be in action. You have to be in action for what you want in your life. Calling people, talking to people, that same energy that you had when you were on the phone with me is the same energy that you need to have to get this business going. And you were kind of hot fired. Oh my gosh, you were like, go, go, go. I'm on fire. I'm ready to do this, and I'm ready to make those phone calls, and I'm ready. And then you just waited. Creator's energy takes care of so many things, and energetic. It's one of those, Creator's energy will feed the birds, but he's not going to put the food in the nest. He's going to feed the deer and the antelope and buffalo and all that kind of stuff, but he didn't put it right where they slept all night. There might be something close by, but eventually they're going to have to get up and move around and get into action. He's provided them water, but it's usually not right next to where they are. They're going to have to be in action to get something. This is important to understand, that when you have a certain type of energy on the phone or whatever else, like, you also have to have that energy when you get off the phone. You have to have that type of energy to call the people, make the reservations, make the appointments, make the contracts, look into what do you need to do to start a business? What do you, in your county, what is it that you have to do? What is your part in all of this? Because I guarantee you, no one's going to walk up to your door and say, here. It's not going to happen. I waited for it, and it's never happened. So you have to be in action to get your life you desire. If you want to start a business, you need to be in action of starting your business and finding out what are the rules and the regulations where you live to get that business started. You have to be in action to fill out the paperwork, to go and get that done. You have to be in action to do something to let clients or potential clients know what you're doing. They're not going to just randomly walk down your street in your neighborhood and just knock on your door and go, hey, by any chance, do you do this? By any chance, do you power wash houses? By any chance, do you put Christmas lights up? By any chance, do you do this or gardening or anything else? That's not going to happen. You have to be in action, and you have to be pushing your energy constantly forward in what you desire to bring into your life. That's the important part. You're going to have to go out and do something, and then you can be blessed. You can be get all of this manifesting. You can have these amazing energies and opportunities kind of fall in your lap. But the work has to be done first. No one's just going to show up on your doorstep and just go, here, there you go. No, it doesn't happen to anybody. Maybe if you inherited money, but usually that's something that someone else did, and you're just reaping the rewards for it. But someone else was in action to get that money. So what are you in action today to get in your life? Are you looking to move something in your life? Are you willing to start your business or start a practice or whatever it is? Landscaping, power washing, car selling, whatever that is. You have to be in action and find out what you require to do so you can start this business. You require finding out what's going to work for you or what's not going to work for you so you can move forward in all of this. You have to be in action of knowing what you require next. And to be able to do that, you need to be able to talk to people and talk to potential clients and attorneys or whatever it is that you have to get done to open your business or start your business or do the legal part of your business. You have to be in action. You can't just sit on the side of the road and just expect something great and wonderful to land in your lap. It's not going to happen. It's not likely to happen, and it's usually not going to happen. What you require doing is getting really clear about what you do desire in your life. Maybe even writing those down, kind of writing that affirmation statements. I require opening my own business to do whatever. And then be in action. Every day you need to be looking at that goal poster, whatever it is. Like, you've got to be in action about that so you can do it. And it's one of those, and it should be something that you, like when you read your affirmation statement, like, I'm going to own a business that does whatever it is. Like, it should make you a little scared, like, oh my gosh, that's really big. And like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All at the same time, because that's what's going to motivate you to get into action. That's going to motivate you to move. That's going to motivate you to make some new choices. Maybe instead of sitting on my butt all day, I'm going to make some phone calls. Maybe this afternoon, instead of watching TV or watching videos online, I'm going to make some phone calls or send some emails or talk to other people. Get into action. That is the most important thing that you can do when you're trying to manifest something, is you have got to get into action. You have got to kind of, what is the next game plan? Now you can talk to someone else and they can tell you like, okay, when I opened my business, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and follow those. But there may be new stuff. Maybe they started their business 10, 15, 20 years ago. Maybe things have changed. Maybe things haven't. Talking to other people, getting online, doing the research, sending the emails, sending the letters, whatever that is. If you desire to manifest something, action is the only way you're going to get that. Action. Action has to happen before manifesting happens. You have got to be in action to get something else to manifest. I'm going to do some angel cards for this one, and hopefully this gives us a little bit deeper insight into all things how to manifest. This is the first one. The first card I get is all about the authority. The authority comes in your actions. When you're taking authority to bring something into this world or this planet or whatever it is, you have got to be the authority on it. You have got to do the work. You have got to be in action about what you desire to bring into you, what you desire to bring for your family, whatever that is, and get really clear and start finding out what those next steps are so that you know what's coming up next. Like, what do I need to do Monday? What do I need to do Tuesday? Getting that into clear communication and into simple statements of like, Monday I've got to call this person and this person and this person, and then I need to sit down and do this email, and then I may need to do a little research in the afternoon or in the evening instead of watching TV, and get into action about this, because that's what's going to end up manifesting for you. This one is solar flares, and this is activation. This really is. You have got to be activating your energy. If you're expecting someone else to just show up and hand you everything, it's not going to happen. You have got to be in action about what you desire to bring into your life. You have got to be moving forward and seeing things around you that are motivating you. That's why I think goal posters work really, really well for most people, is because you're seeing it. You're seeing it every day. You're walking past it or whatever else. You're seeing that image of what you want, and that should motivate you into action. Progressions, journey. This is really what's going to get you down the road, is the journey. Not the day in, day out, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, but the action of, I have got to be on a journey to get my manifestation. I want to be on a journey. I want to move down that road. I want to learn how to do this, or I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to do this other part, and putting all of those pieces in together, it's going to get you down the road. This is about the transits, and this is all about the climate. Maybe the climate for you is that you're thinking it's just going to fall in your lap. The climate isn't going to do that. Society is not going to do that and just kind of fall in your lap and hand you money hand over fist. What you've got to do is be in action to get it started. This is Venus and about the beloved. I often tell people, when you start your own business, one of the most important things that you could possibly ever do is do a business in something that you really think is interesting or fun or exciting, because that's going to motivate you to keep going. Like, wow, I really want to find out some more, more information about this, or I want to learn about this part of it, or I want to learn about that part of it. That's kind of the interesting part of it, is that you have got to have this energy to kind of push you down the road, to get you love it so much that you are just ready to do it every day. This one is Jupiter and the abundance. When you are in action about what you desire in your life, it's going to come to you, but you have to be in action before that abundance just jumps in your lap. It is. My last one is Leo, and this is about shining. If you want abundance, if you want shine, if you want to kind of get those gifts handed to you, you've got to be in action, and you've got to be in the right kind of action, and always constantly learning, moving forward, and learning the next thing. So it's a constant cycle of bringing this energy forward so that you can keep learning and you can keep moving your business forward. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.